Bless it. Come on now, Miss Tammy. Don't do me that way.
I'm just playing.
At this time, we're going to call the Mayor Council meeting for November 18th to order. We usually begin with an invocation. Tonight, we have a probate judge with us. If you step forward right here, I would like to do the Pledge of Allegiance in honor and in memory of every citizen in Lafayette and Chambers County who served.
Certainly. If you will, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Amen.
We did not have our meeting last Monday night, which was on the 11th, which was Veterans Day. And all of the mayor and council members right here wanted to make sure that we did something special to recognize all of those who live here and have served and given so much, not only themselves but their families. With that being done, Mr. Clerk, would you do a roll call?
Yes, Councilmember Thomas, Councilmember McCurdy, Councilmember Ellis, here, Councilmember Williams,
Here.
Councilmember Blassingame,
Here.
Mayor Moody.
Here. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from November 4th?
I make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from November 4th. That was a special call meeting, as is tonight. We changed from the 2nd and 4th to work around Veterans Day. So this would call for a vote to approve the minutes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you for that. Tonight, Councilmember Williams and I are going to read a proclamation. It's going to be Miracles for Myers Weekend. It's going to be coming up, and we have some special guests with us, and we'll recognize them in a minute and present that to them, if you would.
Office of the Mayor, Lafayette, Alabama, proclamation, Miracle for Myers Weekend, November 23rd, 2019. Whereas for nearly 30 years, the Christian Service Center has been selflessly feeding, clothing, and loving the poor and indigent families in our community. And whereas the Christian Service Center, founded by Cheryl and Herman Myers, assisted by their children in a small army of committed volunteers, known that crisis and financial difficulties can strike anyone at any time. Whereas its mission has continued to be provided the essential needs of families in crisis, healthy food, decent clothing for work, warm in school, basic household items, toiletries, and diapers, attempting to make sure no one in our community goes hungry or cold. And whereas the Christian Service Center has always welcomed everyone in the Valley area with open arms of compassion and kindness, and striving to ensure that the poorest among us can have a meaningful Christmas. And whereas in the last few months, the Myers themselves have fallen into crisis with a catastrophic illness, scratching and paralyzing their oldest son, James, from the waist down. And whereas this hardship has provided the citizens of the Valley area the opportunity to express their love and support for Cheryl and Herman Myers through the Miracle for the Myers and wide outpouring of prayer.
Now therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Lafayette and the Lafayette City Council, I, Barry Moody, mayor of the city of Lafayette, do hereby proclaim the weekend of November 23rd, 2019 as Miracle for Myers Weekend. I also call upon all citizens of Lafayette, Alabama to join in recognizing the value and accomplishments of the Christian Service Center and to earnestly offer appreciation, support, and prayers for the Miracle for the Myers. We would like to present this to you.
We have.
And what I want to do right here, we have our Honorable Sheriff with us tonight.
Thank you, sir.
We've got a couple of guests. If you just introduce them at this time.
This is a veteran, speaking of veteran, we have a veteran here. This is Christy Myers Eddy. She's the daughter of the Myers. Then we have Pastor Chuck Anderson here from Shawman First Baptist Church. And no one needs any introduction, but we have probate judge Paul Story here. So if they can be brief and just say a few words, Mayor, if we may.
That'll be good, just go ahead.
Do I have to start?
Yeah, she's real shy, but she's doing well. The family's going through hard times right now, and Miss Myers is down in her back. She may have to have back surgery on top of all this. But if you want to say a few words.
I just want to say thank you for allowing this to happen. It's been a long road to get here, but if anybody's ever met my mom, you know she is. Everybody says their mom's the best, but mine is the best. So if I can be a little bit like her when I grow up, I'll have made it. But we just appreciate all the support and the outpouring of love that everybody has shown for us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you.
Pastor?
Well, to think of the impact that a single individual can make upon a community's life and heart, it's really rare that you have someone like Cheryl Myers. She is a member of our church. I've known her for the past 10 years. And what I've come to know of Cheryl is that Cheryl is a giver. She gives of all of her life and all of her family to those who are unfortunate, to the poor, to the hungry. She is a woman that demonstrates to us and shows us what the love of Christ should look like in practice. And for that, I want to thank you. I want to thank the community for rising up at this time when both James has been stricken, Cheryl herself is injured and her back seriously and is down at the worst possible time for the Christian Service Center at Christmas. The running of the Christian Service Center has fallen to her daughter, Christy. Christy has 5 school-aged children that she must raise and take care of, and she's doing an outstanding job. She needs our support, and for the support that you're given, I thank you.
Certainly, and I know there's many lives have been impacted, probably some in here have seen the love and care that they've provided, and this weekend is just one simple way we can give back. We've urged those who are able to do so, whether it be business, other entities, or churches. In fact, one thing to mention, part of this Miracle Weekend is on Sunday morning. We've kind of put the word out for the individuals in local assemblies to mention to their pastor or their deacon board, whatever the governing body may be, to allow them to take up a love offering for the Myers family to assist with purchase of medical equipment for their care and also for physical therapy for James as they continue to work through his process. But also other monetary gifts that may be given can be presented to Shaman First Baptist Church, and I'll let him provide the information. He's better at it than I am. But certainly we appreciate any and all individuals who can give back, not only of the monetary aspect, but in prayer. And I know certainly that Christy would probably appreciate any individuals who are willing to help out the service center this holiday season, because there's such an undertaking people will never understand, for the organizing, making sure the kids are provided for, the families that are indigent are provided meals. And we've mentioned this time and time again, but I believe it's truly a worthwhile aspect to give back to these people.
It's understandable. The Myers, they're not a wealthy family, but they need a handicap accessible van, and they need it now. He also, James, needs physical therapy, of which Medicaid, at least at this point, and we're not sure that they will in the future, but right now there's no promises that Medicaid is going to help pay for that therapy. They do need some financial support. We are collecting an offering. The churches are collecting offerings. So if you'd like to make a gift, there's 2 ways you can do that. One is to go to GoFundMe in this crowdfunding source on the internet. Just search for Miracle for the Myers. It will bring up that fund, and you can give that way by a credit card. The other way is by sending a check. We've set up a non-tax deductible account at Shaman Baptist, 2300 23rd Drive in Valley, Alabama. If you send a check there made out to Shaman First Baptist Church, we've so far have collected and have given to Cheryl $13,000 by that means alone. But we will pass that money on to Cheryl and Herman and you can be guaranteed that they will use that money in the best possible means. Thank you.
And Mayor and Council, we appreciate y'all doing this resolution, and if we may get a photo, if that's possible.
We're about to do that now.
Can you do it, Dave?
Of course he can. Come on, this is Dave we're talking
So
about.
all we need now to make everything official, do we have a motion and a second to proclaim the weekend of November 23rd?
I make a motion that we approve this November 23rd as a Miracle for the Myers weekend in the city of Lafayette.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
We're gonna take just a minute right here, and allow the families to go on. I know y'all on Eastern time. Come up and we'll take a picture with y'all, please.
Tell us where you're going.
We're gonna get right here in front of the podium.
Get right next to the mayor.
Get up in there, Chris. Don't be hiding.
Somebody can get on this side.
You give them the lead.
Oh, come on.
Well, maybe let her decide right now.
We got to kind of.
Is there enough room to?
Oh, yeah.
Wait just a minute. You got somebody gonna say cheese?
I'm coming, hold on.
No, run in
Come on
there.
over here with me. All right, come on in there. Don't hide. Oh, come on then. All right, well, here, let's do this. Let's get, yeah, there we go.
There you
Come
go.
in between.
There you
There we
go.
go. Now I kind of put my leg there. There we
Yeah.
go.
Sir?
Come on over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You got it, friend?
Uh-huh.
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah, we're good.
On three. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank
you all.
They don't want.
I'm not going. I'm going to stay in. I'm going to stay in.
Okay.
I'm still staying.
Y'all like
Time you can make it. Okay.
We'll now move forward, with, some additional business that we have here. Chief, would you like to talk about, keeping our, kids safe? The community forum, maybe the date, time, place, whatever.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
At this time, we want to announce that we are, the Lafayette Police Department, and we're going to partner with the Circle of Care Centers for Families, and we're going to try to do a community forum December the 3rd at 5:30, and it's in reference to raising the awareness of human trafficking. And at that time, we will have a speaker who will be there that night that will come in and give information about human trafficking, and we will be, it's very much needed information that we need as far as keeping our community safe and making sure that we have this information. Having this information that we need to try to get it out to people to keep our community safe in that aspect. We know this is something that's, at this time, that's raising a lot of eyebrows around the nation, and people are very concerned about this, and we really don't know how close this is to us until we get this information on that night, that we do have situations that people they're not aware of it. They think that human trafficking is when one is taken away, but sometimes it even includes people that are going home every day. They're a victim of human trafficking. So good information will be given out on that night. We solicited support of the mayor and council to come out, and we've had good response as we getting the flyers out, making the announcements. People are very interested in that forum. So hopefully that night we will have a great turnout. It will be at the Mount Pleasant Baptist Church where the Reverend Michael Stigger serves as pastor. We chose that venue because of the fact that it's large enough to accommodate a large group of people. So we do expect not only Lafayette, but we've also had response from Valley area as well, and in Chambers County as a whole for people to come out.
Thank you very much for that. Regarding the pace car, the retail license that was brought up at the last meeting, is everything in place to move forward with that?
Yes, sir, we do. And the last time it was brought to you all, it was brought in a way, and I think that was a mix-up. We've never gotten a background check in reference to, people that are applying for these licenses. We've always just made sure that they had the proper paperwork that was required on the city's behalf. Now, the ABC board, they do have to go through them also through that process, and that the information is sent back to the city for us to put in this package to present to you all. And we do have the complete package as to where they did do all the required paperwork at this time for this to be submitted tonight, and we recommend that they be granted their license.
Mayor, can I speak to that, please? I've been through this before. We are required to do certain background checks. We're required to interview the applicants. Our actual application has a place where the police department has to sign off on the required background checks. I'll be glad to look at all of them again. But the copy of the application I have is not fired by the law enforcement official, which specifically states the police department has performed all required background checks and is attached to your reports received. I seem to recall that Chief Vines used to always do background reports. We used to discuss it each and every time we came up here.
Okay, that's not part of the application process now. We don't have that information on the city's behalf, and this is a city application that we have for them to complete. So as of right now, it's not part of the package.
I beg to differ.
But evidently, y'all got two different packages.
I'm looking at the package. I'm looking where it says, this is the city form to be completed by city officials in order to present it. I'm looking at signature line with law enforcement officials.
Well, apparently, he don't have that form.
Where I would've gotten it from. But I know that's one of the few things the local police department's required to do.
Why didn't you just get with Chief before the meeting?
Well, I brought it up last time, and the officer that was presented, Trice, I assume would have done that. I didn't
Captain
think it-
Trice?
Yes. I mentioned it last time, we turned it down at the meeting, so I assumed it would have gotten.
But did AB?
Yes, and they did, and they sent all that back with their approval.
Did they do a background check?
Yes, they have information that they have to go in regards to each individual, and they have to
They
provide
have to
this.
do a background
Right.
check.
And
So what's the difference between them and us? Because I'm sure they do it more in depth than we do.
Actually, according to the regulations for the the Beverage Control Board, they do not have to do a full background
But he's
check.
telling me they did one.
Well, then we should have a copy of it.
But we have all the information coming from them
Yeah, we have.
in
a
regards
copy
to
of
this. But like I said, Ms. Council, I've never had to do one, and I came and did several recommendations for applications in the past. So, it's been a while since Chief Hines been here.
I thought we had this discussion when we did West Side.
No,
That's what I recall.
well, you didn't have it with me.
Whatever y'all want to do. But I-
Do you have a copy of what AB
Yes.
said?
Yes, I have the full package.
Is that the same application that the attorney has, or they two
Apparently
different?
not.
I've had,
Apparently not.
All I've got is the city application that has a file in the back, law enforcement sign off on, which says that police department, law enforcement done the required background checks. And I know there's ordinance and or statute out there that says the local police department has to do a background check and interview and check for the, check on the character of the applicant.
Did we do that with Grand Falls?
I don't remember seeing one for Renfrew.
We have-
Why
like I
did you
said,
bring it up with Grand Falls?
the last ones that I've done,
He was gone.
I don't know, I don't recall.
Did you do that same paperwork with Grand
Yes.
Falls?
yes.
I didn't even choose who we want to choose. We
Son
got to
Hope,
treat everybody the same.
Renfro's,
Ms. Williams, generally, I asked the question of where the background check has been done, because that's the one thing that we're required to do. And I'm assuming I got an answer.
Did
Yes,
you
we
ask
did.
the question with Grand
I
Falls?
asked, yes, I would, would anticipate that I did because I ordinarily do. In this particular incident, when I asked Officer Trice, he answered, no, there's no background check in here.
Okay,
So that's why I'm having this discussion.
okay, but he's saying, since ABI did one, you're saying we still need to do one.
I don't know if ABI did one, I don't know.
He just told you he had the packet, what they had. He said he has a copy of what they did.
Then he can,
I just want
then he
some
can attach
understanding
it,
and clarification.
then he can attach that to the City of Lafayette application form and sign off on it like it has.
So it'll be fine that way.
Yes,
Okay,
but
where's
he's
the
also
form?
supposed to be interviewing them and checking their character.
Okay, now, I've spoken with them several times. So that, we always do that. We go to them, we talk to them. If it's just a new business opening up, we'll go in, we'll do a walkthrough of the business and everything. That we do. But as far as the back, I don't even have that in this package. It was not even given with the, with the application.
That's my understanding. I can look it up and be for sure, for certain, but that's the one thing that I think we're doing. I read the regulations, because I had looked them up before when this came up with Westside, and I had pulled them to see. And I didn't have time today, because I didn't know it was gonna come up until right before we got
But
here.
my question to you is, can we make a copy of what ABI did
Oh, yeah, yeah.
on their report? That's what I'm asking. And would that suffice? And next time we'll know that we need to do a
Well, as
background check?
Chief signs off on this form, he testifies that background check has been done.
Okay.
But where,
And this form has not been signed, and I asked that question to Officer Trice. And if he has that information, then the chief can sign off on it and attach it like it says.
and the information is not, that particular form that you're talking about is not even a part of this.
So
So,
he can attach that?
Now, we do
right
have,
now? Is that what you said? He can attach
If
it?
he's got a copy of the ABI report, he can attach it to the city.
and I have also where we ran it through, dispatch to NCIC, and we have that, which nothing came back on it. I mean, he's clear.
If you're at the NCIC, there's a background check.
Yeah, well, a lot of times we have different ways of doing it. Sometimes they go to the circuit clerk's office, they have background checks done through that, so we didn't know which one you would require us to do, but like I said, we did get a copy of the NCIC
If you have a
report from
copy of the
dispatch.
NCIC, then that means it's required.
Yeah.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you for that.
Chief, just need to make sure you get the tax.
Sorry.
Municipal workers' compensation. The discount, Lewis, for the municipal workers' comp, do you have that?
Thank you, Chief.
Mr. Clerk? Municipal workers' compensation fund has a discount for the 2020 year.
Yes, Mayor, this is just an annual agreement that we sign so that we can get a 9% discount on municipal workers' compensation fund bill. We agreed to three things. We agreed to, one, we're gonna have a safety program. And within that program, we're gonna name a but a safety program manager, which in the past, you guys named me, yes. Also, we are required to establish a medical protocol for non-emergency injuries. In the past, we've done that, and we previously, before Quality of Life opened, we nominated the vesters. But then I think maybe last year we named both.
Shared.
Yeah, shared it with the stuff we talked about recently. I don't know if we want to just go back to the vesters or not. And then the final thing is just having the drug and alcohol testing program that's Fourth Amendment compliant, and we're already doing that anyway. It's part of our drug and alcohol testing program.
Well, I'd like to ask if this is appropriate to rename, a motion to rename Lewis as our safety coordinator, and based on the recent events with Quality of Life, that the vesters be used as our first response.
Make it as a motion.
I can't, I'm
I'll
asking
make,
for that. good-
I'll make it as a motion. So moved.
I'll second it.
Okay, you've heard the motion, and that would be for, our clerk, Ms. Davidson, to be the, safety coordinator, designating the Investors Medical Group to be used for employees. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Thank you for that. Do we have any questions? I'll just ask in general tonight from any one of our council members, question or concern or anything to bring up.
I do. We're having problems with these dogs running this again, my district. And other people's districts that people are calling me about these dogs running loose and running people when they're trying to walk. So if we could get somebody to look at that, and that's all I have.
I'll bring it to the attention tomorrow morning, first thing.
Thank you.
If you would get with me, and we'll get with all of it. Mr. Clark, do we have any bills?
Mayor, I'd like to, if you don't mind, I'm sorry, I would like to thank the citizens that attended the Main Street, Alabama meeting last week. We had quite a few. We have a steering committee, and we're getting ready to move forward with it. So I'm very excited and all that we had the turnout that we did, and I'd like to thank everybody for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to pay our bills. I tried to delay it.
We have claims in the amount of $308,974.85.
Make a motion with them.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to pay our bills. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Bills will be paid as they normally are. Mr. Attorney, or either myself, I'm gonna make a statement that, at this time that we go into executive session to discuss some negotiations of a competitive nature. If that's worded sufficient, then we would need to have a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to go into executive session. That would require a roll call.